When adding or subtracting fractions with like denominators, it's very important to check your answer to see if it can be simplified or reduced or put into lowest terms. Simplified, reduced, lowest terms, they all mean the same thing. I'm going to show you by example. So here we have two fractions with a common denominator, a like denominator. These two fractions share the denominator of 8. So we automatically know that our answer is also going to have a denominator of 8. Again, what we do here is this is an addition problem, so we simply add the numerators. 1 plus 3 is 4. To figure out if your answer is reduced, you have to think about factors. Factors are numbers that can divide into other numbers evenly. So what we have to do is we look at the numerator and the denominator, and we decide if there is a number that can divide into both of these numbers evenly. And there is. The answer is 4. A common factor of 4 and 8 is 4. We can divide 4 by 4. We can divide 8 by 4. When we do the division, what we get is an equivalent fraction. So 4 divides into 4 one time. 4 divides into 8 two times. Now, in order to check and see if your answer is in simplest terms or reduced, what you do is you think about whether the only common factor that both of these numbers have is 1. Is the only thing that divides into 1 and 2 evenly 1? And the answer would be yes. So this is our simplified fraction. That's as far as we can go. Now what if, this was our answer, what if you started with the common factor of 2? Well, that works, because 2 can divide into both 4 and 8. So let's go with that. 2 divides into 4 2 times. 2 divides into 8 4 times. What you have to do here is look at what the answer you've gotten and see if there's another factor that can divide into both of these. The answer here is 2. 2 can divide into 2 and 2 can divide into 4. Now since the only common factor they have is not just 1, you have to keep going. And so we take the 2/4 and we divide it by 2. 2 divides into 2 one time. 2 divides into 4 two times. Now, the only common factor these two numbers have is 1. When that happens, your fraction is in lowest terms and you're done. So again, we have to keep reducing sometimes. If you start with a number that gives you a fraction that can still be reduced, meaning there's still a factor that can divide into both of those numbers, you just keep going until the only common factor the two numbers have is 1. That is what you need to check for after you add or subtract fractions with like denominators. Always check to make sure that your answer is in simplest form.